Welcome to the Iron Horse Route, home of the Denver Rio Grand Western. This is Brian. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not already a subscriber, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because when you're a subscriber here, you get access to a lot of great model railroad video uploads. And so now that you're subscribed, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video upload, which is coming up right now. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to Foamer Friday, and say hello to everybody. Yes, good to see y'all. How is everybody today? We got Norman, Jerry in the house. Who else is over there? Let's see.
That's all I see right now.
All right. Well, we went from 4 to 2 to 5. So, and I'm not sure, my chat's not showing yet. Hold up. There we go. Good to see you both. How y'all doing? Y'all had a good day today? What's going on, Mr. Jerry? Oh, I'm not. I got my camera in a new place. Well,
good to hear, Norman.
Was all is well in Norman's world. That's great to hear. So here we have I'll show you more about this later, but we have the Z scale. Maybe I need to, let's see here.
Oh, that's better, yeah.
We have the Z scale and the HO scale, rescaled Z scale and HO scale diners. I'm still not happy with these doors. They're actually a little big now, so I'm going to pull them off, but they can be fixed. But we've got the rescaled version of the Z. We got the rescaled version of the HO. I am going to print a rescaled version of the N scale tonight, and we are fully prepared to assemble the O scale version, which will be the first time I have assembled an O scale model. You ever done an O scale structure, John?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Hey, Chuck and Scott, good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see y'all. Chuck and Scott. All right. So this deal right here, let's see. He had to be done in 4 pieces. And I can't get a good picture, can I? I'll show y'all when we get over there. He had to be done in 4 pieces. And so what I did is I put a cross piece in here to secure them. I actually just, I put a little bit of glue down each crack, and then I set them in there, and then I put a little glue on this 4-way cross piece, and it snaps right down in there. And so I don't want to mess with it too much because it's 5 pieces and it's glued together, but we're sturdy and we're ready to go.
Cool. Yes, Norman, that's the O scale base.
And we have, I think this is Norman's suggestion, wasn't it, John?
What's that?
These things I'm about to show them, the little white things I made. That
yes, it was. I think
was this Norman's suggestion? This was Norman's suggestion.
So.
This was Norman's suggestion. Norman. This is your Z to the G right here. Z to the G, 1 to 220 to 1 and 22.5, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
That sounds right. Yep.
That's right. So we go 1 to 220 with Z, 1 to 160 with N, 1 to 87 with HO. Is it 1 to 48?
Yes.
1 to 48 with O, and 1 to 22.5 with G.
Very
And
cool.
so this is Norman's Z to the G invention. I will be sending Norman a complimentary copy. I will also be sending, maybe I shouldn't say this name on here. We'll have the technology is going to start messing up. I'm going to send Heath a copy. I'm going to send Heath a copy because Heath is the only modeler that we have in the community with Z to the G, other than Gary. Barn full of trains, Gary, right?
I don't know. Does he have Z?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, but there's another guy too, but I don't really know him very well. But you know,
David Z to G.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar. I don't have a dialogue with him, but that doesn't mean he can't have one and he ain't cool.
Right.
So those take about I think it was an hour and 40 minutes to print. So they're not a big deal at all. I mean, I did it a little bit slow, so I would try to get the thing. But man, they're great. I just slide that thing up in there when I want to check something, and that's how I figured out I didn't like those doors on the HO. So this dude, he's only a little bit taller than halfway above the door. So I need to drop that door down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this one is the middle one I settled on, John. I do have a smaller one. Now I like the width of that one, but I'm going to drop the height a couple millimeters, maybe a millimeter, and we'll go from there on that one. And so what I'm going to do, oh yeah, Norman, I made that all one piece. I designed it, and yeah, it was Tinkercad I did it in. And I did it in Tinkercad, and I did it all. Hey, Collins Engage, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Collins.
I did it in Tinkercad, and so it would all print as one piece, and I did it like that so it would be easy to hold. So it's got a little holder on it. I probably should have done it a little bit thicker where they didn't flex like that. You know, that would be easy just to add a millimeter under there where they don't flex.
Norman's got another idea here, Brian.
Oh man, I'm gonna start looking forward to hearing them. Well, Norman, I guess I could, but
Sure, it's a height gauge.
I mean, I guess I could. I would obviously give it away for very inexpensive. You know, it'd be pretty expensive, huh? Inexpensive. Sure, I might consider doing that, Norman. But what I'd like to do first is give a few of them away. That's fun. So I'm gonna send you one, Norman, because it was your idea. I'm gonna send Heath one for sure, and because I'd like him to have it. Heath was really nice, and when we did the stream with Vinny, he went on Etsy, and not only did he buy one, but he bought two models, and I got to hear the cha-ching, cha-ching, and it did it 4 times because I got 2 apps that tells me when somebody buys something. And so during the Vinny's live stream, I heard 4 cha-chings in a row, and I'm sitting over here, woo, and I didn't even know it was he. So, all right, I'm going to switch my camera, John. I'm going to go start putting this thing together.
All right, sounds good.
I might have to change the lighting back here and stuff, so give me a sec.
Yeah, it's a little dark. Hey, Mark. Good to see you, man. It's Mark from M&M Rails.
M&M, Mark. Good to see you. Is this going to settle? Yeah, it did.
All right, that looks fine.
All right. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, make me small.
If you insist. We make more money the other way.
Yeah, but they know what I look like.
All right. All right. So check this out. It's 4 pieces with a cross piece, and it snaps in. So I put a little glue in here and snapped it in. I put a little glue on the seams, and then I put a little glue on the cross piece and slid them together, snapped it in, and I let it sit overnight with I put a weight on it overnight, and I just let it sit. And so is as long as that glue, I think this piece with the way it snapped in, I don't think it's going anywhere anyway. But
Cool.
I'm not going to play football with it or anything.
Norman says, now I'm O scale.
Uh, I am. I've already done the glass on these, and I wanted to do the glass before we went live, so I didn't even pull these rafts off, which was kind of silly before I did the glass. But I didn't want to measure and cut live. That ain't no fun. I got to cut that thing. This one didn't tear as good. All right. So what I do? I haven't done this in a stream or two. This is the. Am I holding it right, John?
Yeah, I think, yep, that looks good.
This is the schoolie method for holding a blade, a number 11 blade. And he can tell you lots of good reasons why you need to do that. I can just tell you that it works a whole lot better. And it seems to be safer.
It comes from cutting glass. That's how a glass cutter holds his scoring wheel. And
That's awesome.
a buddy of mine years ago had owned a glass shop, and I used to work with him.
Okay.
And one night he was trying to trace a pattern so that he could make a stained glass copy of it, and he couldn't get that tracing to come out right at all. And he was holding his pen like you would normally hold a pen. And I suggested he hold the pen like he holds his cutter, and he traced that tracing perfectly.
Oh.
First time. So from then on, that's what he always used, and that's what I've always used holding the knife when I cut it.
Oh, I lost my glass.
Steven, how are you? Good to see you, man. Steven from
Hey,
Wigwag Workshop.
Steven. Now, and what you can do is when you're holding that knife like that, I can even like hold like my hand flat down and hold the knife in place, and I can pull the piece, and it stays perfectly straight.
Yep. Mark, yes, I do have a video on it. Let me.
It's hard to explain.
Let
Like
me.
you need to
Yeah.
watch his video on it because that explains it really well.
I'll look for the video now, Mark.
It's a good video. I remember it. Well, obviously, I remember it. Correct.
Right.
It's one of the more valuable tips that I've learned, and not just because it came from him. It's one of the more valuable tips I've learned.
Well, thanks.
I am not suggesting that I won't cut myself real bad tonight, but I'm suggesting that I bet I would have cut myself worse than I have already had I not been using that method up to this point.
Cool. All right, now let's see. Go back there. Go back.
So I have one more week And then I get a 3-day weekend, thank goodness.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We live for that stuff around here.
There you go, Mark. There's a link to my video. Steven says, cut towards your chum, not your thumb.
Ah. Sounds like he's a fisherman.
Yeah, it does.
And that is
Mark says he'll be embarrassed if he's seen the video, and even more embarrassed if he commented.
oh, now look, here's the thing. That's easy to do.
Yeah, but now you're going to make me look. I got to see if he commented.
Oh. Did Mark do it again? Did Mark put his foot in? Oh, Mark.
First comment on the video.
That's why it was so long ago. Hey, Rusty.
Rusty, how are you? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
And thank you, Mark. I'm glad you liked it, even if you didn't remember it.
Mark has too much to remember in his profession, I think. Because we all crazy. I had I finally had to level my bed, John. Remember when I told you it had been a while since I'd had to level it?
Yeah, well, you did.
I finally started getting some strings and had to level it.
Cool. Rusty says he's just glad it's not raining.
Oh man, look, if it doesn't rain for a couple more hours, I might be able to mow my grass. It's been like Seattle here, man. Like bad. Really? Yeah, bad. I haven't done now let me talk about those. I've got some backing pieces to go in with the dovetails. This is piece A for all the way in the back. And this piece is just going to be a support piece to cover the span once I get the dovetails in. On piece B, this nightmare piece with the teeny tiny cross thing, I have made a drop down in the middle with dovetails and a brace piece to go across the back. And I have made it significantly thicker.
Cool.
So we'll see how that works. How well these dovetails are going to go in it remains to be seen. I don't think I brought sandpaper. I might have to run upstairs in a few minutes. But,
Stephen, the plumber 33 stopped in, but he's out with family, and he'll stop in later.
Okay.
And Rusty says he hasn't mowed his grass in a while. It's been raining like the monsoons in Asia. Oh, there's Dave BNSFN scale. Good to see you, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, Dave. You brought the good weather up there with you. Good to see you, Dave. Happy Friday to you. So, Rusty, I'm going to have a Z scale. I'm going to do the N, an HO scale, and an O scale copy of the diner. I'm going to take to Railfest if I get a table.
When is Railfest, Brian?
Rusty told me ours is the third week in November, I think. Third weekend in November. Let's see how I'm going to cut these off. because I want them to be perfect.
Uh, Brian Norman says that Digger just messaged him. He's watching, but he is blocked, and he wants to know if he can be unblocked.
What the what? That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I can't imagine you blocking Digger.
I don't block anybody. I've not had to block. So I mean, where would you even go to check?
You're going to have to go into YouTube Studio.
All right, well, I'm going. Let me
Norman, tell
see.
Digger we're working on it, and no
Yeah.
idea how it happened.
I don't say I don't. I didn't even go. There was nobody else for me to go in there and even block. Like,
I figured you'd block me before Digger.
maybe it'd be a toss up. So I'm going to YouTube Studio, and where now, John? You think
Um, down into
customization?
where you
Customization,
yep. That's one of the tabs on there, I think.
layout, branding, basic info.
Community. Let me open up mine. So
Oh, it's in settings,
oh,
probably.
settings. Okay.
Settings, community, defaults, blocked words, hidden users, Digger Evans Model Railway. What in the world?
Wow.
Oh, guess what, John? Do
What?
you remember me commenting that Digger was sandwiched between the porn ads
Oh, yes.
in the last video?
Yes.
I guarantee you, when I was blocking those dudes, I blocked Digger.
Okay.
You know what I
Could be.
mean? That's the
Yep.
only thing I could think that it could be. There's
Yep.
absolutely no other. There's no other. Um, if you'll tell Norman that those bots were getting blocked last week and he must have got in there, that he should be clear now.
Yeah, Norman, if you'll pass that along, we'd
Oh, I
appreciate it.
forgot he can hear me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dan's model railroading journey. No, Digger wasn't naughty.
No,
Brian's finger
no.
slipped.
Digger's one of the more well-behaved chaps on the show.
Yeah, Norman, Digger got blocked with the porn girls.
It's exactly what happened because that's what happened. I guarantee you.
Hey, there's Digger. Good to see you, man.
Hey,
Sorry that
Digger.
happened.
Digger, you got caught up. You got guilty by association with the porn ad droppers.
Yep, we can see you now, Digger.
Great to see you, Digger. Very, very glad you took the initiative to let us know, because that's
Sure.
something. I mean, other than missing you, I wouldn't have figured that out for a minute.
Dwight, how are you? Good to see you,
Hey,
man.
Dwight.
And Rusty said that Meridian is the first weekend in November, and Pensacola is the second. Gulfport is the third.
Yeah, boy.
And Rusty wants to know where Digger's lady friends are. Digger says no worries, Brian. It happens.
We had a couple bots last week, and even more after the show. That's when they're actually bad. They're coming in after the live stream and leaving comments like a regular comment.
Okay.
And so that's where I've noticed more of them than actually in the chat in the streams. That was the first time last week that I've actually noticed one in the chat in the streams. We had that real drunk belligerent guy one time, but other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, right. Rusty says he's going to be broke by the end of November.
I tell you what, I am. I went to the last one hoping to spend some money and was nothing but disappointed, but I didn't go until Sunday. But I'm hoping this one's a lot better.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be able to make it.
That's a long drive.
Yeah. Much too long to drive.
What see, I've got family up Jerry and John's way, so
Yeah, you
uh,
should come up and visit them
I
sometime.
could get up there, and if I ever get up there, I'm gonna try to go to Strasbourg and see y'all. So that's what if I ever get to go over there.
Oh,
Um, I wouldn't probably do a quick trip up there and back. I'd extend it.
right. Dan, yeah, Brian did limit comments to subs for this stream, so we probably won't have that problem. Actually, I think you did, Brian. You did for I don't know if you did for this one or not.
I did.
The
I
first
must
time.
not. Well, you know what, John, I don't know how to do it as subscribers only when I'm on. If I schedule it there now, I could come over here and change it. Now I can go add it to subscribers only, and the one that I had initially scheduled was subscribers only because I did it on YouTube Studio.
Right.
But I'm still not familiar with StreamYards, and so that's why I had to change the thing because I couldn't figure out how to get StreamYards to pick up the fact that I already had a stream schedule.
Okay. I
I
know
think.
there's a way,
Oh, I'm sure. I
but
just.
I don't use StreamYard, so I don't know how.
I was
Hey,
not.
Joe Rader's here. Good to see you, Joe.
Hey, Joe. I'm gonna need a emery board or my sandpaper. Because I didn't make the dovetails any smaller because I wanted them to fit.
Right.
And so I didn't reduce their size even a quarter millimeter, which I normally do a quarter or a half smaller to have a piece fit in the other. Like for a window frame or something,
Right.
if I've got it 10 millimeters as a square, I'll do a 975 with the actual frame to go in it. Um, because there always seems to be a little bit of extra. So what I got to do is get all four of these cleaned out and then go from there. Um, I sent off that HO warehouse.
Oh,
So
cool.
we'll see how somebody does with my dovetails other than me. Well, they're by no means perfect. I would love to find a better method to do it, but this is what we got for now.
Hey, Kyle Stevens. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Kyle. Hmm. They got a little little wing on them. I'm not happy about. Doesn't belong. Right. This little tip right here on both sides, I got one, and they don't belong in there. I don't see them as being cut out for that.
Huh.
I don't know what happened there.
Kyle says, "Hi, John and Brian. How are you all? I'm doing great, Kyle. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well
Yes,
too."
Kyle. Great to see you. Appreciate you coming out. Now this one's thick. These dovetail dovetails are a little easier to work with in the smaller scales too. The HO ones weren't quite this thick, and
Okay.
they're a little easier to sculpt. These are just a little.
Maybe a file.
Yeah, I need something other than what I'm using, and I'm just not wanting to go upstairs.
Gotcha.
And I have or I had a good file set, but I think that's pretty much bit the dust. That might help a little. I do. Um I need to be using a different method to get those together. Um a metal file would be good. I just do it real easy.
Sure.
That's a good idea. I think I wish I wonder where I did what I did with that. It's been a minute since I've seen that case. I've got a little file case, and I guarantee you I've cleaned up and put it somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it.
That's why you don't clean up.
I'm racking my brain right now trying to figure out where I put it, and I guarantee you it's somewhere cleaned up.
David from Low Country Railroad. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Dave. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna get these rafts off, but uh, there's a reason why they call it piece A. It's super important, so we're gonna have to get it together. We're not gonna be able to bypass it. All right. Those look a little bit better than the first one. I've got dovetails in there and then in the roof. Now look, man, I wish I would have done those. These dovetails right here just look fantastic. I mean, it looks like they're gonna go right in. Um, I don't know why the other ones didn't do that well. John, can you think of a better way, or can anybody think of a better way to marry two pieces um, other than a dovetail? I
How
have thought about um,
how about like a half lap joint?
what is that?
Uh, a tab on the edge that you're connecting on one side. On each side is half the thickness. Just one side will have the top half, the other side has the bottom half,
Yeah,
and it
that,
overlaps, and you can glue that lap joint.
yeah. Um, I think I've kind of thought about that. I don't know um, where I ran into a problem with that, and I might not have. Thought about putting like a post, making an indentation in the base
Right.
and having another post to come in here so the piece would have a piece to connect to.
Yep.
And it could kind of look like a pillar or something.
Right.
Um,
I mean, as long as it's thick enough that you can split,
Split
the
it.
thickness in half.
Yeah.
The lap joint, the half lap will be probably the cleanest and least visible.
Well, you could probably do a half lap on in front of a beam, and you know what I mean.
Sure.
Connect
Uh,
it on a half lap with a beam to secure it to.
right. Sure. Rusty just said the Gulfport Rail Fest has been canceled.
Jeez, that's great to hear. Well, where'd you get that from, Rusty? I wonder why.
He just got an email from the museum.
Golly, did they say why?
Jerry just asked that.
That's a bummer.
And Rusty says they didn't give a reason.
Oh, that ain't good.
No, it isn't. Is that the only show around you, Brian?
Well, yeah, that's the only one that I would be able to hit on a weekend that, you know, reasonably.
Right.
Um, and happily, and then get to work the next Monday too.
Right.
So,
Rusty's still going to go to the other two, though.
oh yeah, I mean, I would, I guess I could pop over to one of them, but maybe just, but not. I wouldn't take anything. I'd just go to see
Right.
which kind of
Right. Jerry suggested you and Rusty start your own show.
start our own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if the museum had hosted, problem is without that Railfest uh, logo going at you, it'd be harder to get people to come. Not impossible, I guess. But I I actually you were mentioning views being down. I actually got good views on last week's stream. I don't know why. It was kind of weird.
Huh.
Um,
Cool.
yeah. Um,
Rusty says Meridian is about 2.5 hours from him.
yeah.
Pensacola is about an hour and a half, and you guys could carpool.
I doubt I will go out of town to a show. I would possibly do it. Possibly do Pensacola. If I were to do it, it would be Pensacola. Um, but what I would like to do is possibly. Um, Actually, I'm gonna text you, Rusty, about what I'm thinking because I don't want to say it out loud. I'd rather ask you about it first before I said anything. So, but Pensacola, it'd be the one that I would go to if I did it because it is closer than Meridian. It's also a whole lot better drive, and but that kind of trip is just something that I don't usually voluntarily take unless I've got like unless it's a holiday weekend or something where I've got extra time off.
Right.
Um, and so what I'm finding is that uh, these are just a little bit too big. And so I definitely need, and in the file I think you're talking about is what would be perfect. I'm going to have to think about where those would be. It's the case is relatively large too, which is why I can't figure out why I haven't seen it in a while.
Rusty says the mobile show is in March. And Pensacola has some great layouts.
Pensacola, like I say, that would be a fun trip to take. I could even maybe take AJ over there, go to the beach. Well, I don't know if we'd have time for all that either, or the money. Um, what I was really wanting to do Railfest here, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that one. But maybe we'll catch something else. Um, maybe it's down here. I'm trying to avoid lots of noise.
Hey, Corey, good to see you, man.
Who's that?
Corey.
Oh, you said Corey?
Corey, yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Corey.
I did think about it, Norman.
This really doesn't make any sense. Ah. Ah. They're where they belong.
You never find them there. Rusty says that you need to meet up with him on the second Saturdays and operate on Glenn's layout. It's huge. Kyle has been there.
Where's that at? I'm going to work on this one first.
Glenn is just west of the Mobile Airport.
Oh, that ain't far at all.
Second Saturdays every month. It's in West Mobile.
Yeah, that isn't bad. Anytime that when we go to Mobile from here, if we don't have to go over the bridge, it's less than an hour. You got to go to the other side of the bridge. It can be an hour and a half. They got a tunnel on the bridge over there. You got to cross. This might work because it's making like nice work of it, I think.
Yeah, you can hear that it's working. He's got a 2-car garage and a huge layout. It's from 1 to 5.
What scale is he?
N scale.
Ah. No. I don't want to break that. That's going to be hard to clean with that one. Yeah, if I could get this piece together, it's downhill for a minute.
Kyle says he's got a video of it on his old channel. I didn't know you had an old channel, Kyle. And Norman says, do it and take a camera. And Rusty says you can bring a loco or use one of Glenn's.
Sounds like he's got a sweet place.
Yeah, it does.
Now, That would have been a real good trip to take during the summer when I wasn't working.
Right. Rusty says he used to run trains there with Kyle.
Oh yeah, it's about to go in now.
Oh, that wasn't much cleanup.
Almost
Okay.
snapped in.
Kyle's old channel was Kyle's Chessie Cumberland division.
I kind of remember that. I think
Yeah,
I'm that old.
now that he says it, I think I remember it
I
too.
think I'm that old. I didn't know that those were the same two people. I don't think I'd ever connected it.
Right. Oh, he lost it when the whole Copa thing was going around.
When the
Okay, yep.
what?
Copa.
Hmm.
Yep, I'm sure I remember it now.
Yeah, I remember the Chessie title.
Yeah. Corey, I'm drooling to have something like a 2-car garage. My layout's in a spare bedroom that's way too small.
So I guess what I'm going to need to do is to make the cutout side, come back, ungroup these, and take these pieces out and make them smaller and put them back in. Exactly in the same place.
I don't know. You didn't have to clean them up that much, and you don't want too much clearance. It's supposed to be tight.
Well, true. I could end up messing around and taking too much off.
And I mean these are more along the lines of Craftsman kits than snap together Waller's kits. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect people to file things a little bit here and there to clean them up.
Well, if I just, I'd rather not have to, of course. But yeah.
I mean, every kit you get, you have to trim off flash and
Yeah.
you know.
Right. Oh.
Looks good from here.
Now, and we'll let that dry. What that'll do is add a little support, and it covers the parts that are here so that you can't see through.
Right.
I almost made it too small. It's supposed to be just right too, but I got close. There you go. Now we let that dry. What time we got, John?
7:33.
So we've been an hour.
Almost.
Or almost an hour. All right. So now.
Hey, Bill
D
Lane, welcome. Brian's building an O scale version of his 3D printed diner kit.
Z scale, HO scale, O scale, and N scale is coming soon. And welcome, Bill. Glad to have you here.
And Kyle, I can understand how the 10 plus hour shifts take away some interest in the hobby. There's not much time left in the day.
Oh, what did you pre-order? Out of curiosity.
Norman says he can't remember. Is this for a customer or just for the heck of it?
No, this is for me. To have alongside all the new. I've gotten. I have all of them rescaled for Z, N, H, O, and O. And I'm going to be able to kind of put them all beside each other for photos and pictures and measurements and all that stuff for the ads. So, and I've never put one together, and I thought it'd be cool to do that on the show, you know.
And
So I
Jerry
want.
says,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Jerry says the Z scale kit would fit on a keychain.
Almost, almost.
I don't think I'd want to carry it around in my pocket though.
No, it was pretty difficult to put together. Something that I don't know that I've done yet or not, John, is I don't know if I put your cabin together in Z scale. And
Oh,
so that's coming because I'm getting ready to do the Uncle John's cabin in O scale too. So I'll go ahead and do a set of those um, for photos as well. And it's really good to check each scale because I can just like I'm making notes. Like I went back in and made all the walls of the diner a quarter of a millimeter or a half a millimeter thicker because
right.
I thought they were a little flimsy. And so when I put my hands on all of them, it's good because I get to see what I want to change.
Bill, yes, Brian is N scale, but these are for his Etsy store and for taking the train shows and stuff like that. And Dan, Brian's using Tinkercad to design the structures.
Hey, Dan, nice to meet you. I use Tinkercad pretty much always. Now I can use SketchUp, but I just don't. Um, have you noticed, John, that Tinkercad within it has the Arduino stuff where you can what is it? Program the Arduinos electronically and stuff in there.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah,
know that.
it's got several Arduino tutorials I found today. Um, I was actually in there looking at some robotics stuff, and I came across some Arduino tutorials, and they showed you how to use the tutorials were showing you how to use Arduinos, and then there were other tutorials that showed you how to use the electronic Arduinos to figure out your other ones, the ones you were running somehow as like a
Okay.
guide or something. I don't know.
Huh.
A way to test the Arduinos, to test
Okay.
the way you have your Arduino hooked up.
Okay.
Because basically, I guess what you can do is if you hook it up on the Tinkercad like you've got it hooked up in real life, maybe you can troubleshoot or something.
Maybe. Huh.
I don't know. I haven't taken the time to learn it yet. So
I'll have to take a look.
yeah.
Kyle says he ordered 3 GP40 2s and 5 ICC C26A caboose. Um, all chassis system except for one B&O caboose, and they're all Athearn Genesis.
Wow. Well, how long? So you've been working 10-hour shifts. How many days a week? that is hard. You work 10-hour shifts a few weeks in a row. I've done it before.
Dan says he's only tried basic shapes in Tinkercad. He's learning Onshape uh, to build along another shell. Bill, yeah, these are custom kits. Well, these are kits that Brian designed.
Yeah.
But he'll also work with you to design something custom for you if you want.
Actually, this sign didn't come out any good. I'm gonna reprint it. Um,
And Kyle
this
works just 4 days, but from 7P to 5A. Oh, they're tough hours, Kyle.
whoa, from 7P to 5A.
Yep.
Mm, dang. Um, I don't know how I'd handle that. Now, I do like. I could go to work early, but I don't want to. I like to get up early and not go to work. I enjoy being up early and messing with trains. They're more. I could go live more at 4:45 a.m. than I could any other time, but nobody's awake.
Well, you might get some UK guys.
That's true. And you know who is good about coming in and visiting with you in the wee hours of the morning if you're on live and lonely is old Nancy.
Okay.
Yeah, Nancy's good about that. Actually, it's been several times where I've just been like kind of bored real early in the morning, and I went live, and she'd pop in and say hello, give me somebody to talk to for a little while.
Oh, cool.
You need to go outside. Come on, don't you start barking. Go. You want to go? Go. Gracie has left us. Now she'll go out and start barking at critters, and I'm gonna have to put her up.
All right.
All right. I am gonna go ahead while this is drying. Is I'll go ahead and fiddle with this one, and if we can get this in and this dry, we can put the model together.
Digger says they have a saying there that only owls and hookers should work nights.
What did he say?
Only owls and hookers should work nights. And Rusty works from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the ship factory.
Well, I would like that schedule. I think better than Kyle's.
Yeah, Kyle's is rough.
Um, I like being up at 6:30, but I'm not ready to work yet.
Well, I used to work midnight shift, but it was 11 to 7, so it wasn't 7P to 5A. Just like to me, kills too much of the day.
So, if you just joined us or recently, when I do a kit in O scale, I have to make dovetails for pieces that are larger than I'm able to print in singles. So sometimes I have to cut the piece and put a dovetail in it and with a support on the back. So the piece, because if the piece needs to be longer than 7.5 inches reasonably, then I need to split it in two. And so we end up with a wall like this, or this is actually, ironically, this is an HO copy of the wall, and this is a O, but it's smaller, but this is a big warehouse. But this has a dovetail in it too, because this is over 12 inches.
Right.
So what I did on the back is I just made a piece that matched the back perfectly, doors and windows and all, just so it could go on there over the dovetail. And then there's a little piece up here to kind of try to mask it.
Right. Oh,
I
but the
do.
Bill says he's interested in an HO scale coal breaker. He could kit bash the Walters kit, but would like something unique.
All right. What I need, if you would, there goes Gracie. What I would ask for you to do is to shoot me an email so I have your contact, if you would, and the email address.
I just posted it.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I appreciate that because I could have done it too if I
Yeah,
needed to. But thank you.
your hands are
And
full.
so I thought they were going to be real full, but I think she stopped barking. I live in a neighborhood, but I do back up to the woods, and so we have critters that run around
Okay.
in the trees behind the house. And Gracie doesn't like them or loves them, one or the other. I can't tell which.
Right. Yeah, you can just barely hear
Yeah, I'm going to get her. She'll disturb the neighbors. Not, I mean, they're actually really cool and never say anything about it, but I don't want them to. I
her.
kind of
Right.
get along with them, you know. So
Yeah.
I've got really good neighbors all the way around me. I really do.
Oh, that's cool. That makes it easier to live there.
Yeah, I can't stand not liking people that I live near. That sucks.
Yeah, right.
A little bit more. But what I do at all costs is I try to avoid a wall larger than 7.5 inches. I can
Right.
actually make a wall a little bit longer than 7.5 inches. Let's see how long this one is. I can turn it
Um,
sideways on the deck,
yeah, right.
and that's straight up 8. All right. So I can do an 8-inch wall, but I've got to print. I had to print this by itself. I couldn't print any other pieces. Well, I mean, I could have printed some little things over in the corner, but for the most
Right.
part, this was it had to be its own print. And so what I try to do is just not get when I design. I try not to make a wall, any single wall larger than that, if I'm possibly able to. Now,
Sure.
when you get into HO scale, Um, what did we figure 7.5 inches was in HO?
Uh,
Is it 30 feet?
7.5 is 54 feet.
54 feet.
Yeah.
So really, a 54-foot wall is a pretty good size.
Yeah.
Um, and so when I'm able to keep any wall inside that size, I can produce a pretty good kit these days that
Right.
fits together well. And um,
Uh, Bill said he'll send an email to begin the conversation.
thank you. And I am cutting my teeth on these connections. And we just trying to get them figured out. One of the reasons why the HO warehouse that I just made that had a several dovetail, that customer had to talk me into making it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because I didn't. I was very hesitant to send. It was a lady, and I was very hesitant to send her a kit, with the dovetails that I hadn't gotten right. And I
Right.
told her, I mean, I did do. I mean that she's gonna be able to put it together nicely, but I made a lot of ground after she went ahead and paid. you know,
Right.
she definitely gave me motivation. So what she told me to do was just put in put in Essie as a custom kit, and that I could take, as long as I needed to do it within reason, and just put in the custom kit how much time I would need. And so
Right.
I put 3 to 4 weeks, and she said that was fine. And it only took me a week to do it, but still, the fact that I wasn't rushed to finish it kind of helped because
Oh, sure.
I, um, that warehouse was probably 14 or 15 prints in HO.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You could hear that snapping.
Wow. Now it ain't perfect, but it sure did pop in. But I just got to clean some places up. But yeah, once I get that piece in there where it goes, hold up. If I can get it back out now, don't want to break it. All right. Yeah, we got this. All right. So what we gonna do is, John, would you okay with taking 5? I'm gonna put
Sure.
Gracie up,
Sure.
and this is gonna go together now. So will everything else.
Cool.
So I'm gonna take if it's okay with you, John. I'm gonna take the mic off. I'm gonna put the countdown timer up for 5, and we'll see everybody in 5 minutes. Is that cool with you, John?
That sounds good.
All right. Let's take a little break, and we'll see y'all in 5.
All right.
All right, you there, John?
I'm here.
All right, good deal, good deal. Thank you.
Hey, no
All
problem.
right.
That was
What
I
now?
could, I could use the break too.
Yeah, it was nice.
Norman had a couple more ideas here.
I
He
saw.
said he
I
said
heard.
if you
Go ahead.
huh? He
Go ahead.
said if you started printing Christmas village type buildings, you'd be very popular with the lady folks.
And
And
I
you
wonder
print
if
out
they.
those Victoria style homes with all the gingerbread. They love those.
That is a good idea. I want. Would they want to put them together? You think?
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of ladies are into hobbies and crafting and stuff. Sure.
Well, I did that. The last big kit I made was for a young. I guess she's a young lady. So what I
And
did on
Kyle had to go to work, so he took off.
what I'm gonna do on this one is just put a cross beam piece right here. I thought about putting it right here, but I decided to do it this way. And because of the thickness isn't gonna hurt us anywhere. Um,
It doesn't matter to me, but I'm not on the screen.
oh,
I
yeah, it
don't
does
care.
matter.
They can probably hear my voice.
Oh, they can, I'm sure. That doesn't matter. That's better.
There I am.
Um, yeah. Uh, Something to think about. I wonder I tell you though what I'm hoping that I'm busy in November and December.
Sure, for
And
Christmas.
I mean if August is an indication I could be, there's a chance, and I'm even gonna um
Hey Heath, good to see you, man.
hey Heath, so glad you're here. Check this out, dude.
That's something Heath doesn't hear very often.
That's yours, man. That is Z to the G.
Hold it
Z
closer to the
N
camera.
H O O G.
Lift it up closer to the camera. You can barely see it. Now it's kind of dark there. That's not too bad. And Heath says you are the OG.
Ah, Norman's idea, but you're getting one. So it's Z N H O O and G. I thought about you. I did it up to O, and for me, and I printed that one out. And then I said, "Oh, I'm adding G and sending one to he." And then it looked so cool with the G on there, and I'm gonna keep mine. I'm gonna keep one with G on here too because it looks cool with G on there. The O one doesn't look so cool, the one with just O where it stops on O. It just
Yeah,
doesn't look nearly as cool. That the G in there looks cool. Now I will tell you this: I probably ain't never gonna make a model in G.
right. Yeah, that'd be a bunch of pieces.
That's a
Oh,
big old
Heath says G is for giant.
yeah. It really is. It's 22.5. Is that right?
Yeah, 1 to 22.5.
All right. So here's your O scale Dyna. And we're ready to go. I've got some other glue that I might use. Door down. Now, you know what? I didn't factor in my little end scale pieces. I can hold them together like this for a few seconds, let go, and they'll stay standing up because they're not heavy. I don't know if these are going to work that same way.
Bill wants to know how much of a learning curve is there to 3D printing.
Um, you know, I
Heath,
get.
this diner is O scale. Sorry, Brian.
I guess there is a good bit. I mean, um,
It's more like trial and error though.
there's a lot of trial and error, and which requires a lot of patience. Like, I kind of knew the first time I started printing something, for the model railroad, because I think I printed a couple test things first. But the first time I was printing a little cabin, um, no, Norman, I have not. I've got some tacky glue though that might work good for this scale. Um, anyway, uh, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying to Bill? Oh, the learning curve.
Yeah.
So, like, the the printer that I have is a bargain printer. It's a lower price point printer, but it's a printer that a whole bunch of people have, and so there's tons of help out there for that printer. And but when you buy it, you don't realize that, first of all, you don't just design something and print it and it prints out right. That doesn't happen. Um, there's nozzles to buy because they go bad. There are Bowden tubes to replace. There are extruder gears that have to be cleaned, um, on a regular basis, because um, stop once they start getting dirty, then your print starts looking bad, and you don't necessarily know that's what it is. So you go clean that to make sure. There's a lot of troubleshooting involved, but basically, what's happened is I guess over the course of a year now, um, I've learned a lot of what works and what doesn't for me, and so it's gotten a lot easier now for me. But I was really I knew that I was going to figure this deal out the first time I printed a cabin. All right, and so I knew I was going to take my time. I knew I was going to be patient. I knew it didn't matter how much I screwed up. I was going to keep doing this. So basically, I mean, I've thrown away garbage bag fulls of bad pieces, and I just, I kind of kept doing it. Now, I've also found, though, that I've worked with a printer that is more expensive, and it is much easier to use. It's a much more expensive printer, and it's got a lot of bells and whistles, and it does a lot of things for you that my printer here doesn't do, and so it makes it a lot easier. So again, how much money did you want to get involved in it, and how much time do you have? It's a great hobby in itself. It really is, but it's not simple and it's not easy. But I mean, I think that anybody who does our hobby and does it well could do this hobby too, because our hobby is not easy. I don't feel like it is.
No, there's a learning curve to what we do too. So
I am fortunate enough that a large portion, well, not a large portion, a good sized portion of my job lets me play with some of this stuff sometimes too. And so I get more experience that way, you know, and then I get to bring that experience home. Well, it's fitting together, John.
It looks it.
Now look here. How straight does that look?
From here, it looks pretty straight.
It's a whole lot straighter than I ever thought it was gonna.
Yeah, no, that looks good from here.
Now, if I didn't make this bottom piece too long, I kind of thought about trying to make sure I didn't do that, but I did want it to touch. So I'm not gonna get those in there just yet. I'm gonna give it a sec. I would be better off if I allowed the model to dry for a second before I move forward. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but I do have a little other work I can do real quick, so that's going to help me buy some time because I got something else I can do. I was actually, dude, I was over here sanding or whatever, filing on the kit during the break.
Oh, are you?
Yep, that piece got so close to fitting I couldn't stand it. I went and put Gracie up and then came back. And so I looked up and I saw that the time was about out and I hadn't even gone over there and switched cameras or anything. So I had to do both two of the roofs had to be had to have dovetails in them. I could only do one roof by itself.
All right. Bill says he's somewhat computer savvy and can work with CAD as he designed his layout in 3D Planet. But he's a little intimidated with 3D printing because it sounds like a lot of time involved.
Well, I mean, you don't have to rush into learning the hobby either. You know, you could take your time.
And really, a lot of the time is passive time.
Well, correct. Once you get past the learning curve, and
Yeah,
your prints start to print well, then basically that's all it is. You know, except for some maintenance and stuff here and there. But you know, like for the first few months, I was just totally clueless, and I was guessing and just watching YouTube a lot and saying a lot of bad words. But after that, it got to where I would not know which of three or four things it could be that that was making it not print right. You know, it got to where, okay, it's three or four things, and if I just do them all, I'm fine, right? And so there was a 3-month period where every time it wasn't printing right, I was cleaning the gears, clearing the tube, cleaning the nozzle, you know, and all that's not necessary. But I had not figured out, you know, what it looked like when certain things were going on. And that's kind of gotten to the point now where it's not so bad. It's really fun to me and I enjoy it. Recommend it.
Bill says, "How long did it take for you to become profitable?"
To become what?
Profitable.
Oh, with the kits?
Yeah, I guess with the 3D printing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I am yet. Doing a lot. I mean, what you got to understand is how you use the word profit. If you say, "Oh, what does that mean?" He changed the word.
Proficient.
Proficient. Oh, okay. I thought he said profit. You're gonna say, I don't know if we made it there yet. If I would charge myself $5 a design time per hour, I ain't never gonna make a profit. But I if you would, the thing is, if you would have asked me 6 months ago if I were proficient, I'd have probably told you yeah. But if you'd asked me now if I was proficient 3 months ago, I'd have told you no. Um, so there are different levels of. I was printing. I was printing kits in 2 months. I was printing kits that I thought were decent enough. Now I was very wrong. That I thought was decent enough to send to my friends for Christmas gifts. All right. And that took about 2.5 months, I guess, to be able to where I felt like I could do something I could send off as a gift. Because since it was a gift, it didn't really matter, if it was perfect. And so I was 2.5 months away from 2.5 months out from sending what I thought was a gift. And I would say that I'm starting to make more consistently accurate prints all the time now. And like, see, I didn't print roofs that looked like this 3 months ago even. I mean, those are clean. I haven't touched that. And that's a clean print.
Oh, no worries. No worries, Bill. We figured it out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Heath wants to know what kind of work do you do for what industry?
What now?
He wants to know what kind of work you do.
Oh, me, I'm an educator. I work in education. I'm not a normal one though. I'm not normal anything, but I'm not a normal educator though. I'm involved in tech and stuff.
And Rusty says he finds that if you haven't screamed vulgarities at a problem, you haven't tried everything.
That is very true. I'm good at doing that too. And I didn't get easily frustrated by the 3D printing either. When it messed up, I'd just be like, here we go again. I had kept a good attitude throughout for some reason. I guess because I just enjoyed it. Um, I didn't mind so bad. Um, but I mean, even today, when I get up at first thing in the morning, I'm excited to go to the print room and see how whatever, because usually something's been running overnight, you know, and it's a good day if I wake up and everything's looking solid on the print deck. Start your morning.
Sure. And no, Norman, we know that. Norman says he's not normal either.
No, I don't know that a whole lot of us are.
Yeah,
So we're
and
going.
Dwight, you're right. No Vinny tonight.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm still on. I would have bowed out and been eating already and been smiling and watching Vinny.
Actually, no Vinny tonight or next week.
Okay.
He's getting his other eye on we're operated on Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, he's getting them all done.
Yeah.
He'll be better soon.
All right, Bill. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good night, man.
All right, Bill. Yeah, we appreciate you stopping in. Thank you very much. Come back and see us next Friday, please. We'll be here if you have time. I will be emailing you back this evening, probably. I'll get some dinner and shoot you an email back. Thank you for coming and donating your time to my content and my channel. I appreciate it. YouTube likes it when people watch.
Corey says, ironically, teachers' colleges used to be called normal school. That's going back a ways, Corey.
Normal school, huh?
And Rusty's not normal because he works in a big shipyard.
Mm.
Yeah, Digger. I know Vinny's doubting his videos. He's doubting a lot of things right now. I was watching his video. I hope he can work it out.
Well, you it, YouTube's been rough on us. It seems like. So they need to take it easy on us and promote our stuff a little better, because I don't think anybody's getting quite as many views. At least I know I'm not getting as many views as I was when I had 480 subs. So
part of the problem is there's a lot more content,
a
a
lot
lot
more
more.
people publishing it.
Yep.
A lot, when people were home, a lot more model railroaders started.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they had more time then because they were home.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
people are back to work and dividing their time again
Now
across more
sure, I
channels.
get that. I definitely get that. And
Norman says he has a sneaking suspicion that Vinny's not going to be doing much after he has his hands worked on in September. I can't say I argue with that, Norman, but I hope it's not true. Hey,
well,
Ken Amos, good to see you, man.
they could be working on them and making them better.
Well, I mean that's the idea, but
Yeah.
it was the way he was sounding in his video today.
Well, it's normal when something like that's happening to you to question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ken Amos just stopped in.
Hey, Ken. Thank you for stopping in and seeing us.
Yeah, you're right, Rusty. It's hard to watch everybody. You're not gonna. There's just not enough time in the day.
Oh, I mean, when I'm at work, um, it's sometimes in the mornings, but in the mornings, a lot of times I'm getting ready for the day. Like I'm doing computer stuff for the day that makes my life easier during the day.
Right.
And so I'm not. I could have a video playing, but I wouldn't be paying good attention to it.
Right.
These got to be filed a little more too. I'm gonna go ahead with this.
And Corey, I'm with you. I'm not a big YouTube person. I'm here for the content for the people that I follow. Dwight, I'm sure people notice that you comment. I mean, I've noticed
that he comment.
Yeah. Stephen Wigwag says one thing people have to understand about comments is a lot of folks watch on TV, Apple TV, Roku, and you can't comment using those platforms.
Well, there needs to be a way, and he's exactly right. And there needs to be a way to. I mean, how come I can't leave like an Iron Horse like? Like if I could hit a thumbs up if I'm watching on my TV,
Right.
I should be able to like hit it. I don't know how to. I don't think it's easy. Some people know how to do it, but like to hit a thumbs up and stuff from the TV, I guess your remote's got to jive with
I
it or
guess.
something.
I don't
But
know.
anyway, it would be nice if it were easier to leave comments.
Yep.
Is what I'm trying to say. It would be nice if I could, like, while I'm watching the video, say I could say into my Google Mini or to my phone or whatever, and I could say something and leave a comment and then move on. It would be fine, but you can't do that.
Steven says you can leave a like, but it's a pain and there's no option for comments.
Yeah. And then the thing is, people don't know you watch.
Well, if you can leave the thumbs up, then there should be another button there on the TVs where you could just leave, like Brian's saying, an Iron Horse like. Automatically post a comment, Iron Horse Root like this video or something.
Yeah,
this way that people would know that you watched it and that you liked it.
That's right. Without having to leave a formal comment.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, like, okay, so I like to set a whatever those are called, QU, whatever. a playlist to
Right.
play on the TV. Well, if I got to stop every video to leave a comment, you
Right.
know, and if I let one video play past and I forget to leave a comment, you see what I mean?
Sure.
And anyway, it's a pain. Um,
Norman says he has to pause the video, toggle up to leave a like, and then unpause it on his TV.
wow.
That's too hard. And Steven says he even has a keyboard for his Apple TV.
Didn't they didn't they used to be able to leave video comments?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen one.
One thing I didn't consider, it might be a problem. Nah, it'll be all right. All right, proceed. What I would like to do is we'll probably try to get all the walls on before we stop. And we should be able to.
So, Rusty, your cat likes bird videos, huh?
You kidding?
That's what he says. He watches model railroad fishing and crazy story videos, and he also have to watch bird videos with his cat.
That is
All right,
funny.
Digger. I know it's late for you. We
Oh,
certainly
Digger,
appreciate you
yeah,
being here.
man. Thank you for coming, Digger, to the first O scale attempt that I've ever made. And
So,
it
yeah,
you
go
know
get some
what?
sleep, man.
It's just like putting together an N scale model. It really ain't any different.
Oh, so Rusty's cat loves watching bird and aquarium videos.
Oh.
That's cool, man.
So in every scale, I need a half a millimeter right there added to that, and it really isn't 100% necessary, but it would fit better if that was just a little bit fatter.
Norman says he can now sync up his TV and his handheld device so he can watch and leave a comment.
All right, so how are you doing that, Norman? Um, diner piece.
That'll be cool, Rusty. He's going to put up some clips of his cat sitting and
Yes,
watching the videos.
piece B, fatter, interior.
And Norman lets his cats use his iPad to watch cat TV.
All right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Rusty's cat watched an hour and a half long cat documentary a couple days ago.
For real, he sat there and watched it. You know, I ordered some more of that Fallers, the thin glue, the real
Yeah.
good glue, the expert glue. I didn't realize that stuff's like expensive. It's like $11,
Wow.
$12.
Norman was able to sync his TV and his handheld devices through the YouTube app.
Okay, so through the app.
Yeah, so on your phone, but not through a browser.
And
And
so
and Rusty says, yes, she sure did watch the hour and a half long documentary.
I can't believe that cat sat still that long.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, it was raining outside, so she had nothing to do.
This piece is gonna get me. That window is, I mean, just there's so barely much too long, and I'm hitting it with the other piece,
Uh,
and it's not long enough to cut, but it's long enough to press it out, and it's on my nerves. It's weird if you get one of them in the right place, the rest of them tend to go.
oh, that's cool.
I have a little warp in this piece right here at the edge that I don't think it's gonna matter. It's under the roof.
Norman says if you're watching YouTube on either device, and if you turn off the other one, it asks you if you want to be queued, if you want it to be queued up, and then it does it for you. Hmm, that's interesting.
Okay, so you're watching both of them and turn one off. Is that what he said?
Yep, and ask if you want the video to be queued up.
Oh, and then they're paired.
I guess.
Well, that would be cool. Um, I would love to be able to pick up my phone and leave a comment that a video that I was watching on the TV. That would simplify things a little bit.
Sure. And no, you don't turn it off, you turn it on.
Oh, watching one.
And then turn it on the other.
Oh, okay.
That actually makes more sense.
Okay, so this piece needs to be adjusted. Mm-mm.
Norman says, of course, all his devices go through the same Wi Fi router.
Yeah, and I think that mine do too. So I'm wondering if I should be able to maybe get the same thing accomplished. I don't know that I've ever done what he's saying. It probably would be weird for me to have done that, but if that syncs something together, that'd be cool. Um, now,
Norman says it recognizes the fact that you've turned on another device.
hmm.
Hey, JD, good to see you, man.
Hey, JD, look at this big old diner, dude.
He
So
says it's based on your login. If you're using the same login, Google knows.
now I do that. I'm pretty sure. So it might have already been connected. So B and C. I want to do that too. I'm going to extend this piece a 0.5 millimeter and this one. And they don't have to have it. They're just going to fit better and won't have
All
to
right,
be.
Corey, have a good night, man.
Yeah, Corey,
Appreciate
have a
you
good
being
night.
here.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate your time. Come see us next Friday, please. So yeah, this is good as far as here's a door. Make sure we good on this. Oh yeah. O scale dude, O scale door.
Oh, yeah, that looks fine.
Alright. So what I will do is this back here is pretty solid. I'm still not touching much about this. I have interior inserts that I must not have brought down here that I'll go there, and that'll cover. I do have a little bit of light there. That's going to fix it, but I don't like that I have a little bit of light, so I'm going to fix it myself. I'm going to make this piece fatter, come closer to this edge. Because there's a corner it can fit into, and I've got another good 1.5 millimeters on both of these. I can close this entrance in a little bit and make those pieces fit better. And that'll make these pieces fit better as well. So
Sure.
we need to do both of those in the future. Not this one side though of B. I need both C sides.
Norman says it's so weird seeing you build something so large. It's nice to see the progress.
Oh yeah, and it's fun and cool, to different. You know, that's kind of what's neat about it. Doing it is I don't, you know, I get to get out of my scale for a minute,
Sure.
which is cool, and without having to tear down my whole layout. But I'm pleased with this thus far. I
It's
would have
looking good from here.
I would have liked to have finished the whole thing, but you know, um, time did not permit. So let's see here. All right. So let's see if we can, without making it too hot. Uh, I just hope I
Yeah,
don't. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it looks real good, man.
Thank you. Y'all probably saw the top a lot. Y'all haven't seen me. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm really glad that I did this in O, and because I can't get those guys exactly what they're wanting from me, but at least I can offer a couple things out there. Like I say, we're gonna do. Really, I just have what, two or three little things that I need to do to that, and then I'll probably post it. And I want to get the. Hey James,
Hi,
uh,
James. Good to see you, man.
I want to get the in scale one done. I doubt I'm gonna wait till next Friday to do that. I might end up having to, but I want to get the in scale one done so I can do pictures and everything, and kind of. I don't know if I want to paint them all or what. I have to think about that. But I'll probably take pictures with them unpainted, and then maybe if I do decide to paint them, it'll be something we can do down the road. But um, I'm gonna grab me something to eat. I have to thank SRV John very much for hanging in there. We almost went 2 hours again, right?
1
Close.
hour 56 minutes.
Yeah. So
It was fun, man.
oh, sure. It's a little longer than normal. But since Cuz isn't streaming, and we had work to do, I figured we keep on going, and we thank y'all for sticking in with us. Um, One of the things that, well, I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. I'm not gonna wait till Friday to finish the O scale, so we'll just have to see what happens. But I'll update y'all on what we're gonna do next. Um, I don't know. I might put out a video this week, but I don't know for sure. What about you, John? What you doing?
Uh, I would like to get a video out. I've been working on one. We'll see.
Can we have a hint?
Nope.
Okay, understood. All right. Well, we're gonna. What we need to do is when we see John in the streams, we need to just ask him how that video's coming, when we might want to expect to see it,
Thanks,
and
Brian.
just politely, kindly, not forcefully at all. Just kind of like, hey man, how you been making progress on that thing? So when John puts out videos, John gets views. So I'd like to see how he does. But thank you, Dundas, and we appreciate you coming, man. And JD, thank you for coming. I'm gonna do my best, John, and if you can try to help me. I know Digger was here because I blocked him, and we unblocked him. Norman was here. Jerry was here. Kyle was here. Connor was here. Rusty was here. Um,
Ken Amos,
Ken.
Steven from Wigwag Workshop.
Wigwag Steven. Then there were some Davids.
Yeah, Low Country was here.
David was here.
Corey was here.
Corey was here. And
Rusty.
I already said Rusty, but yeah, we can say
Did
Rusty twice.
Bill Lane was here asking about the HO
Oh,
scale
that's right,
model.
Bill. And then wasn't there somebody else kind of new when Bill came in too?
I'm looking through the list.
Anyway,
Joe Rader was here.
Joe was here. That's right. And we go through these names at the end, so any of you guys that might be watching the live stream in replay that are new to model railroading or model railroaders, if these names we're talking about, y'all go through the chat over here and check these channels out and sub to them.
Dwight was here. I don't know if you said Dwight.
Dwight's here right now.
Dwight's here right now. Okay.
Yeah.
There he is.
Dwight.
Heath ran away.
Heath is here. Dwight uploaded a video. Was it yesterday or day before? I think I saw a layout update number 6 or something. Wasn't that the past day or two?
Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, Norman, you're right. Gracie was here.
Gracie was here. She had to go up inside, but she's hungry too. See, I would have actually finished if I wasn't hungry, but it's time to eat, and I'm starting to get like not feeling great because I'm hungry. So, and we've been on long enough. So thank y'all very much for coming. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. What I will do is, since I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, I might put out a little announcement video that says what I'm going to do. But thank y'all very much for coming. Norman, fantastic idea. Let's just give another shout out to Norman Rowe for his idea. Norman Rowe came up with what did you call it, John?
Height gauge.
A height gauge, a Z to the G height gauge. And because Norman was so what is the word I'm looking for?
Ingenious.
That's right. Because of that, Heath gets a free one too, because Heath is Z to the G. And if you are Z to the G, look me up. I'll give you one too. If you can prove to me that you have Z through G scale, I'll send you a free. All right.
There you go.
And y'all have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I will be back on track tomorrow at 9 because AJ won't be here yet. And I will see all y'all hopefully on Sunday. Saturday. Is Vinny going to do his premiere?
Yeah, this will be his last premiere.
Oh, he's not going to do the Saturday premieres anymore?
No.
I don't know that they do well. I think regular video uploads might do better. It's weird.
I
it
agree.
Doesn't make any sense. They really should promote those things better because they're fun.
Yep.
And I wish they would do that. But anyway, y'all have a great evening. We'll all need to probably try to, if we can make it, is that going to be at noon train time tomorrow is Vinny's premiere?
Yeah. Yep. No.
Yeah. If he's not going to do any more, we might want to at least go and bug him about maybe asking him to take a month off and then do another one. Let's try to get in there tomorrow at noon for BNSF 695's premiere and give him some encouragement to at least keep him coming every once in a while if he doesn't feel like doing them every Saturday. I would understand that because that's a lot of work. But, maybe we can encourage him to do one every once in a while so he doesn't stop altogether. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, John.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.